Okay, let us continue. Okay, so there are common names also in the naming of the amines. No? For instance, this is, no, it has a suffix. Common names of most aliphatic amines bonded to nitrogen in alphabetical order. Of course, it will always end with suffix amine. No? So this is propyl. No? Propyl, how many carbon? That is 1, 2, 3. It's propane, no? Amine. Or you can have name of this is propanamine or propylamine. This is secondary butylamine, or you can have this in a name of 1, diba? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can have this as 2, no? 2 butanamine. Pwede po ni siya, 2 butanamine. And this is diethylamine. In what way? This is an ethyl, and this is another ethyl, and there is an amine. And this is cyclohexanamine. Okay, now cyclohexanamine. So, no, this is an assignment. Assignment ni siya. Okay, assignment na siya, ha? Another assignment also. Okay, so when 4 atoms of group or groups of atoms are bonded to your nitrogen group, this one, nah, this will always bear a charge of positive. No? This is the amine group. No? So if it is added with an alkyl, no, still your nitrogen bears a positive charge. Why? Because this is an ion in a form of an ion. No? So the corresponding compound is in a form of salt. The ending, of course, is amine. No? So example for this is the aniline dipyrimidine or some more. No? Sometimes this is replaced by ammonium. No? That NH3, NH4. And still remember your inorganic chemistry. No? Diba? NH4, you used to know this as ammonium. No? NH4Cl, that is ammonium chloride, like that. So NH4, here is the ammonium. Okay. So ammonium chloride is in a form of salt. That is why it will have a charge of NH4 plus Cl negative. So several uses of this ion form of an amine is the mouthwash. Ito mga mouthwash, okay. That is in a form of N-alkyl pyridinium, chloride, which is an antibacterial agent. So it is used as a mouthwash. Let us have the physical properties of amine. So like ammonia, that is NH4, it has a low molecular weight amine, but it has a very sharp penetrating odors. Baho, no? So the urine, no, once once you will left it for how many hours or how many days, what will happen is this will be transformed into ammonia. Na? Mao gani mga tiguang tung una, they used to add water in the urine, and they made it as fertilizer. Yes, okay na siya because it has an ammonia. Pero ayaw na lang, palit na lang yung ammonia. Okay. It has penetrating odor as it goes by. So the trimethyl example of this is the trimethylamine. For example, it has a pungent odor. It is the rooting. What makes it baho, that the trimethylamine is found in the rotting of the fish. Okay. What is present there? Kanang magsugod na o rancid ang isda, ang naaana nga chemical component is the 1,4-butane diamine, now, or the putrescine. The common name is putrescine, or the 1,5-pentane diamine, which is known as common name of cadaver, meaning it's a dead body, no? Dead fish, like that is the rotting. Now, that is why even human beings, it only takes within 24 hours kinaran ibalsamar na, and it is being added with it is added with added with a compound to make it preserve, and at the same time dili mo nang in a dead body kuhaon gyud ang internal, no? Internal part, because that is the one that will cause the pungent odor, at the same time the blood kuhaon, no? And unsa may i-adda yon, no? Kanang ginagamit sa mga mag-dissect, mao na i-add on dayon, no? The formalin is being added. Formalin is in a form of aldehydes. Later on, balaan na that formalin is the common name of formalin. Formalin is the common name, and its IUPAC name is formaldehyde. It's an aldehyde. No? So what makes it, no? All of dead bodies, what makes it, especially for fish, it is the amine. That is the 1,4-butane diamine. Here, kanang pagbutod, mo nang tiyan mo unang butod, no? Kay ang katong intestine, katong mga what you call this, organs, ilalo mauna og ka-rotten. Yeah? So that is 1,4-butane diamine, that is the putrescine. 1,5-pentane, na diamine is the cadaverine. Okay. So what is other physical properties of an amine? So amines are polar compounds because it has an electronegativity between, that is nitrogen. If you look into the periodic table, na, the electronegativity of nitrogen is 3, hydrogen is 2.1. Subtract this, it's 0.9, meaning it's polar, in between polar. That is a polar compound. Can you still remember how to compute non-polar, polar compounds? Using the electronegativity. So both primary, secondary amines have NH bonds and can form hydrogen bonds. Of course, kay ang primary napay duha ka hydrogen, ang secondary napay usa ka hydrogen. Ngano ang tertiary, ma'am? Dili man siya maka-form og hydrogen bond. Wala naman siya hydrogen, di ba? Because it is being replaced by an alkyl group. So this one is known as a secondary because there is still one H, kani secondary gapon. So your amine here can form hydrogen bond with other amine as long as it is secondary and primary. Both primary and secondary, it can form hydrogen. But tertiary, wala na. Kaya nga naman, it has no hydrogen bond to nitrogen. Therefore, it can no longer form hydrogen bond with other amine. So let us look into the boiling points comparison between, this is an alkane, this is an amine, and this is an alcohol. Diba? This is an ethane. Diba? This is a methanamine. This is a methanol or methyl alcohol. Take a look. The molecular weight, halos Myra, 30.1 for the ethane. For the methanamine, we have 31.1. For the methanol, it is methanol or methyl alcohol, 32.0. But take a look, there is a big difference in its physical properties in terms of boiling point. Na? Ubos kayo ang boiling point sa this is an alkane, this is an amine. No? Ang alcohol, taas pa ang boiling point. no? So comparing this, no, your alcohol, why? Because mas kuan ang hydrogen bonding sa alcohol, napay hydrogen bonding gamay sa man, sa amine, no? Pero wala na hydrogen bonding nga niya, no? So the NH and hydrogen bond is weaker than the OHO. Mauna nga ang iyang boiling point, taas ang boiling point sa methanol compared with the methanamine. And take a look, no? The difference between nitrogen-hydrogen bond, ganina is 0.9, is less than the oxygen-hydrogen, which is 1.4. So this is still a polar. Kani 1.4. Kani non-polar na kini siya. No? Okay. That is it. No? One of the uses of an amine, another one, is the tranquilizer. Katong ganina is antidepressant, no? The amphetamine. Kanilahin na po. Tranquilizer, most people face anxiety and stress. So, dako ba yung tabang yun ang, no, amine, the amine compound, no? So, this is, tranquilizer are kind of a drug which will, so katong mga taong na-depressed, no, they are given by a medication of tranquilizer, antidepressant. Labaw na tong mga naanay tendency for suicidal. Okay, so kinahanglan gyud sila gamay lang gyud nga, no, subo, gamay lang nga problema that will lead to something else for them. That is why they need tranquilizer, no. Sometimes this is hereditary, mga bata. So careful good mo, especially in choosing for partners, okay, because something to do with psychological, no, it is hereditary, and be sure that is will be hand me down up to third generation. Grabe, no? Mao na siya. So careful, no, with choosing your partner. Ma'am unya gugma man, mao na ginatawag nga pagdala mo permig tranquilizer. Aron dili siya. Most of those people who have problems with the moodiness, no, kinahanglan gyud na siya pakalmahon. How kana siya pakalmahon? By giving a tranquilizer, no. So this is a strategy, no, pero pwede pa din kuno siya sa exercise or psychotherapy. Ang last one is drugs, no. The first modern tranquilizer derived is the benzodiazepine. No? This is its structure, the benzodiazepine. Okay, it is a compound, no, wherein it is used as tranquilizer, pangpakalma. Okay, so another one, the next from the benzo derived from this is the chlorodiazepoxide or the Librium, no? The Librium, that is 1960, no? Then the last one is diazepam. Wala na ni kaning duha karon, ang naa na lang karon is Valium. Labaw na tong dili katulog. Nga kay na-depress, okay? Nabuwagan uyab. Oh. Ma'am, inom mig tranquilizer in a form of Valium. But the problem with Valium is you are not allowed to buy this over the counter. It should be with doctor's prescription. Nga naman, this is addictive. Ang uban dili nakatulog og dili kainom ani. So katurang na ay problem with na health, no, with na psychotic problem. Di mo kay maingog health, it's psychotic, meaning it's in the mind, na. So Librium, Valium, and other benzene are nervous system sedatives and hypnotics. Hypnotics, na. They are sedative, which will diminish activity and excitement, thereby exerting this effect. So, unsa may effect ani? Okay, they will produce drowsiness and sleepiness. So, katong dili katulog, lagi mo taong di ka katulog. Mag-problema lang gamay. Okay. One of a way of, if you have some sleep problems, is do not sleep during daytime kono. The second one is usual exercise. Exercise, no? Exercise. The third one is, no, it's in the diet. Before you sleep, kono, you can take something which is warm, which will stimulate your mind to sleepiness. Mo bitan ng uban before they sleep, no? They tend to drink hot milk, social, no? Oh, hot milk. Okay. This will, no, induce sleepiness or drowsiness. Okay. No need to drink Valium kay dili mo kainom og Valium kung wala mo'y doctor's prescription. So, for those people, especially katong na ay mga na ay they have lost someone kana, and they are in the process of depression, it is advisable for them to sleep. Okay? Because lack of sleep, of course, this will lead to mental problems, especially depression. No? Ana siya. So it is now, the old one is the benzodiazepine, then followed by the Librium, then now it is Valium. It is a sedative, no? Tranquilizer. The right word there is tranquilizer. So how do we describe the basicity of amines? Okay. So like ammonia, amines are weak bases, no? And aqueous solution of amines are basic. Take a look here. So methylamine, no, added with water, you will form methyl ammonium hydroxide. So we are now in the reaction. No? When methylamine added with water, it will form into a base, which is known as methyl ammonium hydroxide, which has a basicity level of 3.360. Okay. No? So if we look into this, no, compare the aliphatic, no, for instance, the ethanamine, then the ammonia, and the aromatic aniline, no, which is weaker. No? So here, ana siya, no, this is a stronger, the aliphatic is stronger, no, then weaker pasaka na siya, ano, pa-weak na siya. So this is a strong base, followed by this. This is a weak base, the aliphatic one. Okay, so here it is. The amine has a basicity of 3.5, no? And that is dissolved in blood at a pH of 7.4. So in the base dissociation, what happened? No? The ratio will be this one, RNH3 plus to RNH2. Okay. Dili kayo lang niya, ayaw lang kayo ni siya. So this will just tell us the basicity of an amine. So as the calculation demonstrate, aliphatic amine present in blood is 99.9% protonated form. No? And the unprotonated is the aryl. Ani, aryl. Aryl meaning the benzene amine. So this will be an assignment which will be most basic on a initiate solution. Now, for instance, this one, this is the morphine. No? Morphine, then we have, this is the pyridine and the, no, aliphatic amine, no? Which will be weaker base. Of course, it will be heterocyclic. No? The pyridimidine will be a weaker base. No? For B, we have the benzylamine will be a strong base. No, kani, letter D. Nga naman, kani, it is disubstituted. No? This one will be weaker base because of the presence of the oxygen. No? It will be a weaker base. Okay. So that is an assignment. So what are the characteristic reaction of amines? The first one is the nerophenolene. No? When added with the HCl, this will form into hydrochloride salt. No? For instance, this one. No? It will be the methadone added with HCl. You will have this form, the Novocaine. Okay. So this Novocaine is a drug wherein, no? A drug which is administered, no, to make our blood more fluid. No? So this is that drug. That is the procaine or the methadone. So here it is. Some example for the reaction with HCl. No? What will happen here? Of course, this will form into a protonated one. Okay, no? So your hydrogen here will add up to this. No? Pag add up to that, this will be in a form of an ion. No? It will be in a cation, this one, and your chlorine will be in a form of ion, an ion. And that is diethyl ammonium chloride. No? For B, what will happen here is your oxygen will, your hydrogen will add up to this, no? And this will be in a form of cation, and your, no, acetyl, this is the acetyl, no, the acetic will form into an ion. Okay, so that is for the basicity. So this will be an assignment. So in general, no, so for instance, no, aniline and cyclohexanol, when dissolved with diethyl ether mixed with HCl and water, you will form here a cyclohexanol. No? Ether, then evaporate ether. Actually, this is in a form of, in the laboratory on Tanisha. This will be done in the laboratory. So aniline and cyclohexanol, how it is being produced by means of this process. Okay, so as a summary for the key reaction, for the basicity of aliphatic amines, all you have to do is, if it is with water, no, this will be in a form of cation, and this is HOH. The water is HOH. One of your hydrogen will add here to make it into a positive ammonia, this one, that is CH3NH3 and your OH. That is for the basicity. For aliphatic. For aromatic, same thing also. Basta ang imong result here is, asa mo add imong hydrogen, it will be positive. Then the remaining will be having a negative charge. Okay? Same thing here, no? With acid, that is HCl. Of course, your hydrogen will add to this portion here. Kani-ngani, okay. Then your chlorine will be in an ion form. So that ends our chapter. Okay. Oops.